guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. I accidentally jumped into the rotation with auto on, so the start of the video, okay. We have VV linked up with the LR Goku and Vegeta, and then there's Physical Vegito Blue with the instant double super eradication, right? So we're gonna do a 200% leader skill video on Physical Vegito Blue. I think you could probably still call this guy one of the best units in the game. This guy has always been great since he got his EZA. I think one of the main reasons he is so good is his super attack effect, which greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, allows him to be very impressive, right? Now, we know about Physical Vegito Blue, right? And, you know, some of these Vegito units, this guy has counters, right? So you want to go full crit. Let's see. I actually could give him a level 5 silver crit, but he's got a level 5 gold crit and a level 2 crit, right? That's how you want to build these Vegito counter characters, because the counters, if they're just normal attacks, sometimes they're not really going to be too crazy, but if it's a crit, it'll do significant damage. Then Vegito, of course, has the built-in additionals as well. You know, so it's like he could easily just do 10 attacks on a turn or something like that, depending upon the situation. He does reduce damage received from normal attacks by 40%. And then, you know, he's only got 40% defense at the start of the turn. So that's where the super attack effect really comes in, right? Of course, he's got a great link set. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Power Bestowed by God, Fuse Fighter, Over in a Flash, and Fierce Battle. Really good. Overall, this character is just incredible in many different ways. Physical Vegito Blue's EZA. I mean, he certainly has aged, I would say, in terms of, like, how overwhelming he is offensively compared to probably, like, newer characters. And then, of course, defensively, he would have fallen off a bit compared to some newer characters as well. But Physical Vegito Blue is still, like, I think a unit that could be, like, a staple unit on a bunch of these category teams. I think you could go in with Vegito Blue in a variety of different situations and still have him dominate, right? So with the LRs, we would have what? Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Kamehameha are the links we would have with the LR. 90k defense is certainly not good, but every super attack gives him a 50% defensive buff. And then, of course, he does lower damage from normals by 40%. Now, he can get caught with a super... There's no denying he can get caught with a super attack. So that's why we're going to follow this with a run in the Ultimate Red Zone. You know, if we can, you know, get LR Tech Gogeta or SCR Vegito to quickly fuse, and then we get the Scouter effect, and then you are just playing with house money at that point, right? If you got SCR Vegito and Physical VB with a Scouter up, we could probably do some damage. I do think Physical VB would definitely be taking damage prior to him super attacking in, like, the Ultimate Red Zone and tough content. But, like, if he's able to get, say, 2 super attacks when he could get a maximum of 4, I do think he should be looking pretty good, Physical VB, right? Between the counters and just all of his additionals, this guy can still put up a lot of damage. I think on the 200% leader skill, he could look very good. Don't forget that Physical Vegito Blue is on both LR's teams, by the way, because the LR Super Saiyan 4's lead Fuse Fighter, which VB is on, and then the LR Gods lead Beyond Super Saiyan, which VB is on. So he's on both of the LR teams. There's, oh, dude, look at that, like, the damage he did there. The 2 counters, then 2 attacks. So the way his additionals work, too, by the way, his first additional is a 100% chance to happen. His second additional is a 70% chance that he will do the second additional, right? And then each of the additionals has got a 30% chance that there'll be a super attack. Already twice in this run, we've gotten that, by the way. We've gotten the, whatchamacallit, the 30% chance to the super. Let's go directly into an Ultimate Red Zone event now. I think we'll probably lead it with the Super Saiyan 4s going in there. That way we can get SCR Vegito and Tech Gogeta on there. With both of them on the team, we should be able to get the Scouter effect up. And I think Physical VB with the Scouter effect up, that will help him out significantly. So let's go ahead and go do that. Alright guys, so we're here in another regular event. The Ultimate Red Zone is actually not up right now because they're preparing the new stages for Part 2. So we can go ahead and go... I guess what we'll do is to sort of try and make up for that. Maybe we'll go into, like, the Legendary Vegeta event. Because, like, deep in the Legendary Vegeta event, we could sort of emulate the difficulty. I mean, we could do a God event stage as well. Again, to sort of try and emulate the difficulty of, because I feel like the ultimate red zone, it's a nice balance. Like those last phases get pretty devastating, but like the start of it, like you could let yourself get set up a bit. One thing about running the God events, potentially as showcase stages, is you've got no chance to set up, right? Like you're in there and it's go time right away, right? But I do want to see how physical VB can compare, you know, against some powerful enemy, right? Again, I think his damage is going to be really good. But, you know, it's just defensively, I mean, we would see. I haven't really been using him too much, but it's just like a lot of, like Vegito Blue will be great alongside other fusion characters, right? On the Fuse Fighter team, I think he'll be fantastic. Although, you know, maybe we're getting closer to Tech Vegito Blue getting his EZA. Because, like, when that would happen, he would almost certainly replace this guy, I would have to think, right? It'll be very interesting to see. This is a pretty good rotation right here. We'll put VB in the first spot, so we'd have Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle active. We're up to 100k defense. Remember that AGL Gotenks has a time limit support type unit. I mean, he's going to hit most of the fusion characters, that AGL Gotenks as a time limit support type unit. And you see Vegito Blue doing like these 2, you know, and 3 million attack stats. Certainly not the craziest. When you factor in the fact that he could super 4 times, along with all of his counters, the damage he can deal is certainly on the level of top tier units for sure, right? The damage that you could see from Vegito Blue, like, it's not an exaggeration to say he's one of the hardest hitting characters. Is he probably still one of the hardest hitting characters in the game? I think he certainly could be. In the right situation, I mean, if he's able to get off, you know, say like 7 or 8 counters or something like that with a bunch of crits, and then he gets in a bunch of super attacks, I mean, he's certainly, I don't think he's going to compare with, like, you know, the new LRs like these guys or anything. But, like, Vegito Blue, I think, can still put up really prime damage numbers, for sure. So we'll do this turn right here. We'll do this next turn with Vegito Blue. And then, again, I think we'll go into the Legendary Vegeta event. And we'll try and get some good rotations with Vegito Blue. Sort of hopefully seeing him get a lot of counters in. Seeing him potentially get a lot of additionals and stuff like that. This is a good rotation. We have everything active except for Over and a Flash right here. So Vegito Blue is looking super good. Actually, we can just do this right here. Yeah, perfect. This is a great turn for Vegito Blue. 100k defense is certainly not the craziest, but remember, he's getting 50k or 50% defense per super attack, right? Just like 2 super attacks, he's going to be around that 200k number, which is what we'd want. That's why, like, I do think, you know, if you can get away with running him potentially as a floater in difficult content, and he's able to get multiple super attacks in, then potentially counter a lot, he can be very impressive for sure. Okay, not a lot of damage, obviously, from a Dokkan event. See how he only does 200k damage right there? Can we get a crit counter, please? Give me a crit. Dude, he has full crit, and he's not critting at all. You guys saw my Vegito Blue. He's got full crit. Okay. Well, I mean, he does still look good. The damage he would have dealt on some of those counters if they were crits, man, like, it would have been a lot. He still can be a roulette of pain, right? Just need things to sort of break your way. All right, so we're here in the Legendary Vegeta event. Let's just sort of get some footage and see how physical VB can fare. Again, under the 200% leader skill. We're under the LR Super Saiyan 4s here. Again, that's an advantage that Vegito Blue has, is that he does have access to both teams. Which, again, I do think is very helpful, that he's on both of the teams, so we can sort of see the buffs and stuff like that, the amount of damage, everything that we can do. All right, a super attack is not good. 120k, that sounds really so bad. Okay. I mean, this is still pretty early in the event, right? This is only the second phase. We'll keep going. I'm trying to get some turns where we're going to get, like, major amounts of counters and stuff like that. And I sort of want to see how he'll handle taking hits from, like, the physical blue Vegeta at the end. I think that'll be a good test. And see, like, how he does maybe against, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta as well at the end. Alright, so here we have type disadvantage, so it's best not to sort of toy around with this Vegeta. Let's go ahead and put VB here in slot 2. to at least allow him the chance to get the super attacks off. Again, if he would double super, I mean, we'd get up to around 200k defense at least on this rotation right here, which would be good. We also have a number of Vegito's links activated, right? Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle should all be activated, right? We'll be getting Kamehameha from the LR Super Saiyan 4s right here. So he should be able to do a lot of damage, especially with the crits, man. He gets these crits, and the health is just flying off of this Vegeta right here. Yep, we got triple supers. So he should be able to tank fairly well. I mean, yeah, it's at least double-digit damage right there. We're not getting any crits on these counters. By the way, yeah, dude, 2 million counter right there. Keep in mind that Vegito greatly raises attack on his super attack as well. So we got 3 of those, and then the counter without the crit did 400k, and then with the crit it did 2 million. A 2 million crit on a counter? Like, that's where these counter units get ridiculous, right? And that greatly raised attack Vegito Blue does on a super attack effect, as you guys saw, hugely is increasing the damage Vegito Blue can do, man. Alright, I'll go ahead and get these in the video as well. What we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and fuse into STR Vegito and Tech Gogeta, giving us access to the Scouter. You know, pretty much for the rest of the fight at this point. With access to the Scouter, that'll allow us to more easily maneuver with Vegito Blue and try and see sort of like max damage and stuff like that.
EZA Vegito!
Alright, so here we have a big time rotation. I think I actually want to put VB right here. And I want to see how he does. I think we would survive. We're at 200k, or we're at 100k basically. We get a little bit more, because of Prepare for Battle. What links do we have active here? Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Fuse Fighter, Over in a Flash, and Fierce Battle. We'd be able to get 6 out of 7, but we wouldn't get all the counters in. I'm curious. Let's do this. Let's see how much damage Vegito will do to this blue Vegeta right here. And let's see how much damage Vegito Blue will take as well. How does he fare in this turn right here? Okay, so 14k. Honestly, that's not too bad. Oh, the dodge. I'll take that. Hell yeah, that saves a little bit of damage, baby. Alright, we really want at least 2 super attacks. He should already take double digits from normals, but we really would like at least 1 more super. Nice. Okay. Let's see how much damage we take from this super. This super could hit very hard, but we'll see. And, of course, we would like crit counters, please. God damn it. Just do a crit counter, please. How much should we take right here? That's a lot. Over 300k gets to be a huge number, but with normals, he's only taking double digits, and then over 1 million damage on the counter. Look at the damage he deals, dude. Like, he's doing a lot of damage still. It's like, the thing about these fusion teams, when you're running LR Tech Gogeta and LR STR Vegito, like, you know what to do. Like, with the Scouter, listen, the Scouter is the strongest ability in the game, for sure, right? So, running some of these fusion teams like this, where you have access to STR Vegito and Tech Gogeta, you're good to go, right? Because we know exactly where these super attacks and shit are going to be, which allows us to sort of, like, correctly put the units in the spots that we want them to be. That's another advantage that both STR Vegito and the Tech Gogeta are bringing to the table, right? Is the ability to get this ridiculous Scouter, which just helps so much. Alright, so we'll probably do this next turn. I might make this the last turn. I feel like we've seen some good stuff from VB here in the Legendary Vegeta event. I mean, this phase is tough. This physical Vegeta right here is definitely tough. Like, he's not a pussy. And Vegito Blue, like, did work against him. Okay. Oh, boy, here, let's do this. I don't know that Vegito Blue is ready for this. This is too much, because his defense gets murdered as well. I mean, we would probably take 400k from this super attack, and then he very likely be taking like 50k damage after that. I mean, let's do this to sort of show it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just death. There's not really a great way we could handle this turn either. Vegeta supering right away, because remember that neither Gogeta could counter Evolution Blue Vegeta super attack. He cancels dodging, which that's both of the Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas, their super attack counter counts as a dodge, so we would not be able to avoid it. So pretty much regardless, we are going to die here. We kind of an unfortunate break here, but let's at least see what Vegito Blue is capable of doing. If we survive this turn, that's very impressive by Physical VB, but there's no way we live. Yeah, damn, 45k. Yeah, we're very dead. Okay, all right. Now, again, after Vegito Blue would super or double super, he would very... damn, okay. He would very easily be able to take double-digit damage, I think. Again, but he'd have to super attack first. I mean, we saw how well he fared against the physical Blue Vegeta, but I mean, that Evolution Blue Vegeta at the end, he is a monster, right? We know this, right? So, let me know what you guys thought of Physical VB. I thought he looked very good, right? He could definitely put up a lot of damage. Normal attacks typically aren't the biggest deal for him, but he has aged a bit to where you probably don't want to run him in slot 1. But again, these new fusion teams, you know, with LR Tech Gogeta and STR Vegito on the team together, you could pretty easily fuse, unless you get super unlucky with rotations or your health gets way too low. And then you have access to the Scouter effect, and you could really maneuver things around well. Physical VB is definitely an asset on these 200% leader skills. I have no doubts whatsoever about that. So let me know what you think of this guy. This guy is aging very well. I mean, he's closing in on 2 years since his EZA, and I still think he's pretty good, man. Seriously, I think this guy is solid still. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.